Hello, Pauper fans. This is Mathonical, and you are joining me for round 3 with Ralligond in the Pauper Challenge on October 15th. Looking at our opening hand, it looks ideal since we have protection and the infinite combo, but unfortunately we're missing green mana. But with this kind of hand, we are definitely able to survive and wait a little bit to get that, and we do have 15 sources, so this is a very reasonable keep. And we will go ahead and do so. Forest into Quarian Ranger, that's either Elves or Stompy. We're hoping Stompy, since that is a much better matchup for us. We go ahead and get our Benevolent Bodyguard down online, and we do have this Survivor's Encampment, which now is our green source. We are happy about that, and it does look like our opponent has a fairly nutty draw for Stompy, so we're going to have to be a little careful. And by be careful, I mean try and get infinite combo online as soon as possible. We do have protection effect, so we're going to block to try and make them use their mana. But it turns out they just want to hit us for as much damage as possible, which means they didn't leave vines up. We go ahead and get our infinite life online to go along with our combo, and that will do it for this game. We'll just gain a bunch of life, make a bunch of dudes, and our opponent realizes that and scoops it up. So we're just going to quickly jump over to game 2. Where we sideboarded. This time I brought in 3 Oblivion Rings and 1 Journey, taking out 1 Soul's Attendant, 1 Battle Screech, 1 Presence of Gond, and 1 Rally of the Peasants. Yeah, so just a little bit of trimming to bring in some of these removal effects, and I felt like that was fairly reasonable. You don't want to. It depends on what kind of build they're on for how many of these you want to bring in. So, let's take a look at our opening hand. 3 lands, all of our colors, Bodyguard, half of our combo, and a Commune to try and find the other half with an Oblivion Ring protecting ourselves from a Viridian Longbow. So this looks like a great opening hand. We'll go ahead and keep that. We don't really want more lands at the moment, but that should be fine. Our opponent has some more Burning Tree Emissary action going on, which is the kind of draws that can beat us. It is very fast. Sense Enlistment would be good once we can start casting it. Unfortunately, we don't find the Midnight Guard we were looking for to try and combo out in 2 turns. We just find another Presence of Gond with a Rally and Battle Screech in the graveyard. We would have liked to also see a Prismatic Strands to protect ourselves from all this going on, because they're really going off this game. Being able to cash in a Howl, Hunger Pack, and a Rancor to get their guy very large means we have to block just to not die. And no matter what we do here, since we didn't draw a Prismatic Strands, we will die here. So we did lose to the Stompy Nut draw. Very unfortunate, but that's how it rolls sometimes. So we're just going to jump into game 3 and hope for a little better variance. Because we saw that they're going all in on the Hunger the Howl Pack plan just anytime, we're just going to bring in the rest of the Journey to Nowheres. We haven't seen any of the Hexproof creature yet, so we're not worried about them loading up on that. We go ahead and take out both Rally the Peasants and 1 Commune, along with just because it's generally a little too slow to take a turn off early, even though it is an amazing card. It usually will be better just to do something more proactive. So while it does give better late game, against Stompy, if we stabilize, we don't really need the more powerful late game. So we're just going to take a look at our opening hand. While this would be really nice, unfortunately our land is a bounce land, so we're just going to go ahead and ship this one back. This hand looks very good. It's just going to be a little slow and a little cumbersome to play, but having the double Soul Sister into Standard Bearer is very powerful. Also having part of our combo is going to be nice, or just being able to generate lots of creatures to gain us a lot of life. That is a winning strategy. We'll go ahead and keep that. And I didn't see what we put on top, but we'll find out soon enough. Alright. Starting out with our tapped land. Drawing another Soul Sister means I do want to be able to play 2 of them next turn if I want to, so I go ahead and get another Plains, even though we do have a green card in hand. I think it's just more important to get more of our creatures out as fast as possible. If they don't cash in anything on top of their creatures, though, I will play the Standard Bearer. Drawing another land is nice, because that allows us to play another Soul Sister and then the Standard Bearer. We are at risk of losing our creature if they have a fight effect or gut shot or anything of that effect, but we don't really have many options given our current hand. So all we can really do is hope that this is shutting off some cards in their hand, which it probably is, since they have not had a second land drop. Battle Screech will be nice once we find another land with all of this life gain going on. We don't really have much in the way of action, but we do gain 3 life every single time a creature enters the battlefield, so this will either... It basically makes them have the decision, do they want an extra creature to give us 3 life, or do they want to just hold it in hand? So they go ahead and decide to play additional creatures. Another Soul Sister means we're going to start gaining 4 life per creature. This is getting kind of ridiculous, but this is what the Soul Sisters can do. They're going to go ahead and start Alpha Striking. We don't really care. We don't want to trade off any of our Soul Sisters, since they're going to be better for us in the long run. Getting the Midnight Guard is great, because if they aren't able to deal with our Standard Bearer, we now have free blocks against anything they're doing, since they won't be able to pump them. And so while our board state isn't exciting, it is very strong against what our opponent's trying to do. Another Midnight Guard, just in case something goes sideways. We now have 2 blockers for anything they're doing. At this point, there isn't many ways for our opponents to get out of it other than drawing a Viridian Longbow or one of the fight effects. So we would like a protection effect to keep our Standard Bearer alive, or another lands to play our Battle Screech, or a green source to play the Presence of Gone. We have a lot of cards that win the game for us at any time. Drawing another Soul Sister just means we're going to draw the game out longer, which isn't a big deal. Plains, not a green source to win on the spot, but gaining an extra 10 life and making 4 flyer dudes means we can start getting in for 4 damage a turn in the air. So at worst, it is a 5-turn clock. As you can see there, we're starting to get into the trigger portion of this gameplay, where we're trying to put on a lot of triggers on the stack. Since Soul Warden has the most, we don't click any of those, just put the other ones on the stack, and this Soul Warden will go on automatically. They get their Burning Tree Emissary. It's a little late to the party, but they're trying to gum up the ground just to prevent us from getting any kind of Alpha Strike, and just kind of playing till they're out of the Viridian Longbow. We finally get our green source, so we go ahead and put that onto our Midnight Guard, and our opponent concedes. Rally Gond is now currently 3-0, so come and join me for round 4. I'll see you there.